to that. But what about the food? Let's take a look at the menu. I've got the wine list here. Hang on. Here's the menu. Antony Worrall Thompson is here. They're a bit fancy with the language there, gets them on nerves. I mean, that is lamb, courgettes, beans and roast potatoes, isn't it? Why don't they just put that down?
What is Windsor basil? You'll know.
I don't know. I just wondered if the Queen grew it on a windowsill, you know, because it's not really good for this time of year yet. I mean, the weather's been good, but not necessarily good enough for basil, in my opinion, yeah. I mean, what I can't understand is this bechamel sauce. I mean, bechamel sauce is what mums used to call white sauce. Yeah. It's just a floury gloop. Really, I mean, it could have been a bit sexier.
It could be a bit bland, couldn't it? Sole with watercress, crayfish and bechamel
crayfish
sauce.
is good because, I mean, crayfish, we've got to get rid of crayfish. The Americans invaded our rivers with their crayfish, and maybe they're trying to give them back to
That was a signal. We're killing your crayfish. Eat them, President.
Exactly. I think, well, I'm surprised they didn't have asparagus. We got brilliant asparagus this time of year, and it would have been fantastic to have. And lamb's great.
Lamb's always
perfect.
a good political choice, isn't it? Because it gets you out of any sort of religious
and we've got brilliant beef, but you have to sort of... Some people
not
do beef.
comfortable with beef, aren't they?
But
so,
lamb's
very
good, but I would have expected to see asparagus. But I can't understand this radish. Why is a radish slipped in? A radish is generally something you eat in a salad, really. Yeah. It's a bit... You don't really normally cook it.
He opened the fridge. He had a load of radishes in from a function last week. Left over from the wedding, perhaps. He had a little squeeze. Feel fresh enough. Let's bung them in. That's probably what went on, isn't it?
They lose their colour if they're cooked, really. But anyway, the charlotte's OK, I suppose. Vanilla charlotte. It could have been nice summer pudding or a trifle. Summer pudding's perfect this time of year.
People are suggesting, I mean, not entirely seriously, but it'd be a brave choice to take Callum Garrard's advice and say you should have had my nan's mince casserole. I mean, if it just said on that menu, all that flowery writing, mince casserole.
Nan's mince casserole would be the Queen Mother's or something, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So that would be quite good. But
generally, had a stodgy steak and kidney pudding or something.
What about Melton? Linda Widdowson says Melton Mowbray pork pie. You can't really serve that at a dinner. It's more of a snack. Hand in one on the way out or something.
Maybe we had it for canapes.
A lot of people are suggesting baked beans and fish fingers. I know you can't serve that, but I wonder if the Queen and people like that just crave a bit of simple food.
Well, they push the food around, don't they? I mean, I always knew with Prince Charles, he always goes home and eats his proper food when he gets home at night. So, I mean, it's, you know...
I've been totally wondering about how long it would take to wash up for 170. You'd know this, running restaurants.
Quite a few people, that's for sure. And they've got to be very delicate. I doubt if any of their crockery can go in the dishwasher.
OK.
Just look at you've got written a low-fat cookbook. It's quite difficult to get proper chefs like you cook proper food to do low-fat stuff because you normally look down your nose at low-fat stuff.
You do. I mean, the thing about fat is where all the flavour is. I mean, chefs get so much of their flavour from the fat, and to create a book... I mean, I've done 5 diabetic books now, and
because you were diagnosed with something...
Well, pre-diabetic state. Yeah. But the thing is, I looked at all the diabetic books and thought, these are all pants, you know, my food life is over. And then now I'm challenging the low fat. And the idea behind my books generally is to get the flavour first, and by the way, they do you good. And so if you looked at the pictures in that book, the Essential Low Fat book, then everyone thinks, I can eat that, it looks great.
Yeah, it does look great. I had a good look through this morning.
What have you done?
What have you done for us
These are what we call 11s. I mean, these are little low fat. Everything in the low fat book has to be less than 3 grams of fat per 100 grams.
But that must be full of sugar, though.
There's honey in there, but it's lots of really good for your fibre. I mean, lots of, obviously, the muesli style and the dried fruits. There is going to be sugar in a lot of low fat, but you can get around it by adding different things. Try one of those.
Can I have one? I'm going to dive in.
You can.
Well,
I mean,
Kate munches on that. I'll tell you that you can find Anthony's recipes for low-fat breakfasts on our website, itv.com/daybreak. Good luck with the book.
Nice.
Thanks very much for your company, Anthony. Still to come.